do the live on this?
I just did it.
Mm-hmm.
And we are live. It is the Unapologetic Podcast, latest in current events and the latest in entertainment. The actual and factual with a glass of wine on a rainy Chicago Wednesday. We're live on Instagram and Facebook. How are you today?
Blessed, black, and highly favored, and ready for Juneteenth tomorrow because I ain't got to get up.
Okay. Okay. Did you take the 20th off too to make
I
it
did.
make it
I
really
did
work?
not. I did
Oh,
not. I will be back in the
okay.
office on the 20th, but that's okay because I'm not worried about Friday. I'm just worried about Thursday.
All right. Well, hey, it's after this, you have your little mini vacay. I always look at the calendar the year before to see what days like this works. I can make sure I have that. If it's a Friday,
Yeah.
I gotta have that Friday. So yeah,
Yeah,
um,
I should have did it, but just
yeah,
wasn't thinking ahead, things like that. But that's okay. I'm gonna enjoy tomorrow. I'm enjoy tonight, and
yes,
I'm enjoy tomorrow.
yes.
Yes.
Okay. So did you see the movie Straw? I think it happened last week. I don't know why we didn't talk about this, but we get to open the show. I know why we didn't talk about it because we knew that something was going to happen following Straw that we could tie it all together. Shout out to the Unapologetic
Oh
Podcast.
man, you know, yes, I was late, but I did get to watch Straw last weekend, and
Okay.
Tyler Perry be Tyler Perry, and the twist is to me the best part of the movie. I won't give it away just in case you're one of the 1 to 2 people that haven't sat down and watched it.
I
But
am.
I know because you don't like to work Netflix. So so yeah, like going into it, I really didn't expect much because I'm very much used to Tyler Perry, and I'm not mad at Tyler Perry, right? Like Tyler Perry found something that worked and made him a billionaire. You know what I mean? So I'm never mad at Tyler Perry, excuse me, for what he puts out or anything like this because we consume it. But I just want to say shout out to Taraji. A lot of people didn't like her, I guess. They said that she was whiny and things like that. I think once you see the whole totality of the movie, you'll get it. But yeah, Straw, #1 on Netflix. Let me tell you something. The reaction videos to this particular part in the movie has had me in a chokehold for the last couple of days. Like, shout out to TikTok because TikTok will find a way. So if you did not know anything about Straw, let me tell you something. You get on TikTok and your algorithm find out that you watch Straw. All the reaction videos is wow. And then the
Okay.
thing is, they tell us all the time that Tyler Perry his only plight is to black people. Let me tell you something. The reaction videos shocked me because I've never seen so many white and Mexican people watching Tyler Perry movies.
Mm.
Yeah, I was shocked. I'm not even gonna lie.
How do you know that they watched it?
Because they're watching the reaction. So a reaction video is you filming somebody watching it for the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
like if me and you were to set up and watch it, and then like I recorded your reaction and then posted it, so they're posting all of these reaction videos, and it's literally white household, Mexican households, Dominican households. I'm like, oh my god! Like I'm not trying to be facetious or anything. I just didn't know that like we weren't that I was a part of those people that kind of thought like we were the only ones watching Tyler Perry movies, but that is a lie. And anybody who
Well,
told you is a lie.
well, we know black people are not going to be the ones to make you get rich. So,
Well, now
we
we
gonna
help.
boot.
Now don't get me wrong, we helped a lot.
We help, but we go
Now,
bootleg. We
yeah,
go bootleg your stuff before if we
yeah, we
get a
will
chance to
bootleg
get
it
a
before
good
we go to the
copy.
theater. But yeah, when you get a chance, sit down and watch Straw.
Yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna ever get a chance to watch it. I've been done with Tyler Perry a
Per.
long time,
Okay.
and he's still doing all the writing and the producing and the executive producers. Somebody gave a good point that that's the reason why he's able to pay his actors so
Yeah.
well, because he doesn't have to pay a whole team of people, and now he's filming on his own property.
Yep.
So that makes it, that's more money saved and more money given to a lot of the same actors and actresses that we see in his films. Um, the people that I follow definitely say that it is a spin-off of Baby Boy or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't see the baby
not
boy.
not maybe not Baby Boy, John Q. Um,
Uh, I see where people would get that from, but again, like I said, I think when you watch the entire movie, though, once I got to the end, I lost the John Q thing. I did. Like originally listening, that's kind of what I was hearing too, or whatever. But then once I watched the movie, I was like, oh, okay. Like he pulled from different things, 100%. But it's worth the watch. That's all I would say. Like it's
okay,
gonna annoy you. Don't get me wrong, because it is Tyler Perry, but I mean, it's worth the watch.
okay. Well, I may just do that. Writer, producer, actor. Did he act in the movie at all? Was
He
he in
did
the
not.
movie?
He did not.
That might help me right there. If Medea not in it, I don't want to see it. But
No, no, no.
Tyler Perry, wow. I mean, I don't think that anybody was surprised about this being a man. So when people say, uh, Tyler Perry, blah, 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 you know, I am surprised about him allowing a sexual harassment allegation against him, but I'm not surprised of it being a man. The actual and factual, Kim Smith, Tyler Perry's been sued for over $260 million. What's going on?
Yeah, so in B-list, well C-list technically, actor gone by the name of Derek Dixon has filed a sexual harassment lawsuit against Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry Studios. He claims that he met Tyler Perry at a party, that Tyler Perry approached him and said that he might have an acting gig for him. He claims that he went along with it because he wanted to be friends with Tyler Perry, because maybe that could lead to some acting roles. I guess that led to him being in like 2 episodes of The Oval or Ruthless, one or the two. I don't watch either, so I have no clue. And I guess throughout the years, he claims that Tyler Perry became aggressive, that he always had sexually charged conversations when it came to him. I don't really know why he kept going to Tyler Perry's house after the first time. He claims that he woke up in Tyler Perry's guest room intoxicated, and that Tyler Perry was in bed with him and aggressively touched his thigh. But then he went back repeatedly to this household. I'm going to be completely honest. I just don't believe it. I think what this attorney's office and him wanted to do was out Tyler Perry. I don't think it really had anything to do with the sexual harassment part of it. Just reading the text messages, it seems like that they were talking to each other. You know what I mean? He kept responding. Tyler Perry kept responding. They were having conversations. And I think that the attorney's office was very strategic with this, right? So straw goes number one. Tyler Perry also made a very moving and, moving to Black people, but would upset others at the BET Awards. Um, he he basically said that he had made more millionaires than all of the studios combined or whatever, and they said that very much rubbed people the wrong way. I think that this particular individual in the law office had already sent Tyler Perry and his team multiple demands for money, and Tyler Perry refused to pay. And I think what they thought was, okay, we're going to put this out right now when his name is everywhere, because technically this original lawsuit was supposed to have been filed back in like 2024. He filed a complaint. Once again, I guess he claims he quit. They said he was fired. I don't know, from the 2 episodes on this Oval or whatever. And I think what they did strategically well, now I will say this, is that they dropped the lawsuit, but then they knew exactly what everybody was going to say. Like, who is this person? Why would he have access to Tyler Perry? And then they waited 10 minutes after Tyler Perry's team dropped that this was, facetious, and that they wouldn't be basically blackmailed into paying this. Then 10 minutes later, they dropped his text messages. So don't get me wrong. They were very strategic in dropping it, but I think what they thought that they were going to do was embarrass Tyler Perry for being gay. The entire community has said that Tyler Perry was gay for the last, 20 years? Like, it's not a shock to us, right? I think they thought it was going to be this thing where we were going to start, fuck Tyler Perry, he's this, he's that. Everybody has assumed for years that Tyler Perry was gay. He's never come out with it. He's never been publicly out with a man or anything like that. But I personally think the whites, whatever, his attorneys are white, the people that's represented him is, I think that they know that like black people in their mind have such a issue with homosexuality in the community. So I think they thought, okay, if we can't get him to pay us, we'll embarrass him. And so we'll put out these text messages, these salacious things of him basically saying that like he's attracted to this man, and that's going to push him to pay the lawsuit. $260 million for text messages is insane. Like, it just is. But these salacious lawsuits now got to come out with a splash, because if they don't come out with a splash, they'll just go away. I don't personally think they got the reaction that they thought they were going to, because again, like I said, I think all of this was them thinking like, okay, well, if you won't pay us, we're going to out you to your community.
Yeah, I believe all of the allegations against Tyler Perry. Um, I just wish that he would have made the man sign his life away. I mean, you've been around a long time. You know the game. Uh, you have people in your house. You have text messages. Granted, all sometimes text messages can be altered.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I mean, these scammers gonna scam. But being at your house, and Mr. Dixon here, he knew he know what he was doing. If you going over to Tyler's house and blah blah blah, you think same. I hate to say this, but same thing with a lot of the cases that we've talked about over the past years that we've been in existence, like with Cassie. Y'all know what y'all doing when y'all go to these people's houses, and what and Tyler Perry, you dropped the ball. You come on my property, you sign your life away, and that's it. So we know that Tyler Perry is a billionaire, I think now.
I think so.
Yeah. And he has billionaire friends. This will be gone by next week, but shame on you, Tyler. And I don't think that anybody, I mean, Tyler Perry been playing a woman for years.
That's what I said. You can just tell by the way that the rollout was that this was more about embarrassment rather than the lawsuit, right? Just like the wording that they put out or everything like that. It's like, sis, we not new to the party. Like, we didn't need y'all to inform us about nothing. But okay,
yeah. Speaking of getting things taken from them, Dame Dash, it's been told that he's lost everything, and the judge ordered seizure of everything. And the people are looking for Jay-Z. They're looking for Jay-Z. They're looking for Jay-Z to say, "Hey, this is my boy. Help me out here.
I need some money." 15 years. That's silly. He walked away. You know what? Let me tell you, Memphis Bleak just did an amazing interview on the Breakfast Club, right?
It's myth bleak, myth bleak, myth bleak.
Okay, Bleak. We'll just say that he just did a great interview on the Breakfast Club, and he was basically, the whole conversation about Jay Z came up or whatever like that, and he made a very good, relevant point. He said Jay never walked away from us. Jay gave us the opportunity to level up and follow, right? Like Jay told us the things that he wanted to do and the things that he was going to start to do, and that if we wanted to be on that road with him, the things that we needed to do and change to go along with that. Dame Dash being the person that he is, rebelled, didn't want to listen, wanted to be right. Same thing with some others that he said that was in the group, whatever. And this is why they are where they are. That's why Jay-Z walked away from everything. That's why Dame Dash doesn't seem like he can ever crawl out of a hole. And I don't really understand this theory, of Jay-Z showing up to save Dame Dash from himself. He tried already and he failed. So yeah.
I've been starting to like Dame Dash and the things that he's been saying about the industry and things, but this is a sad situation where you have to lose everything and probably don't have to start from scratch. But yikes!
Well, I mean, shit finally hits the fan, right? Like you can't bullshit your way out of everything. Like that's honest. Like Dame Dash has gotten multiple opportunities to do other things, but for whatever reason, he thinks his path is the path, and this is how he's ended up in this path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been keeping up with Housewives? Not one episode. You haven't tuned in.
Nope, not since Kenya.
Okay. And Kenya has been in the news a lot lately, but recently Britt Eady, the lady that got Kenya
Kicked off the
exposed
show.
and fired, kicked
Yeah,
off the show, she's now suing Bravo, and the ratings have been down.
of course.
And when they say that they consider canceling the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I can probably see that they might be costing them more money in the courtroom than they're making more uh, than making them money.
I
What are your
agree.
thoughts on that? Yeah.
I totally agree. I think Britt Eady is a like I really think that she's one of those people that was never the person that she portrayed in her interviews before she got hired. I have not watched a single episode since the episode with her in Kenya, but I have been just keeping up with things in the news. And it seems like Britt Eady was lying about a lot of things. And to be completely honest, I think Bravo put their money on the wrong horse. Like, I think that they're looking back now, regretting everything that they've done in this Kenya situation. I think that for whatever reason, they thought Britt Eady was going to be like this breakout star that everybody was going to love, but everybody legitimately hates her. I think that it is absolutely foolish to come out with a lawsuit suing Bravo for sexual misconduct and sexual, I think it's abuse or something like that, because she claims that she has had all this distress or whatever over these photos, but then in the same day put out a statement saying that it was never her in the photos that Kenya had. Like, I don't know who Britt Eady's legal team is. I mean, clearly she went and got somebody like Phaedra. I don't know. But two things can't happen. You can't sue and also say that it's not you about what you're suing for. Like, I mean,
So I think that she initially said that it wasn't her because it was blocked out. Easy thing to do. But
no.
then you come back and say, "Hey, I'm, my reputation. What's they say? What's the word they use? Defamation.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
type of defamation." And that's the way she should have went in the beginning. But here's my issue with Bravo. What Bravo dropped the ball here.
Mm-hmm.
So Bravo seems like they have got into this thing of punishing people for actions that they do on the show that they want the drama. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
when people bring the drama, they punish them. Okay, so you're going to take a season. Nita, you're going to be off a season. Portia, you'll be off a season. Phaedra, you're going to take some time off, and then you come back.
Yeah.
Okay, um, so they got into punishing. They got so much into punishing Kenya versus thinking like, okay, we don't need to. We could give Kenya a slap on the wrist. We don't need to kick off the show, but we also don't need to show what happened during that episode. And
Exactly.
because they did, I'm glad that Edie is saying, "Hey, I'm gonna sue you all. I'm probably not gonna get 20 million. I'll probably never be back on the show again. I'm gonna get a couple of dollars because they didn't have to. That was so unnecessary. It was so unnecessary for them to that show that part of Real Housewives. They could have done it without even without the people's reactions, without the blocking it out. It could have been shown because we knew that there was drama, but it didn't have to go that far.
But the all that being true, she all the way that you win the lawsuit is you don't show back up to work, right? Like you're so distraught because of what Bravo did is that you can't work on this set anymore. She filmed the rest of the season and then didn't show up to the reunion and then I guess didn't think that what actually happened was going to come out. So the problem is they said that her and Shamia were arguing and she said some derogatory things about Shamia's special needs daughter. Now, I don't know if that's true or not because I don't still watch the show. But multiple housewives from the franchise has came out and said that's what happened. So again, Bravo are idiots because you took someone, a known star. Now, don't get me wrong, I've never been a Kenya Moore fan, but Kenya Moore is good TV, right? So y'all lose someone like Kenya Moore for someone like Britt Eady that literally lied about her entire life. The next episode, she says, I lost my insurance license because of what Kenya did. But now you come back all of these months later and said, one, you lied because you said you never said anything about a gun. She had put that all on social media before the episode even aired, right? We find out she lied about that. Then she comes and she sits right there, and Angela Oakley checked her, right? And it was like, wait a minute, that's not how you lose, your license. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? And so then she does that, and then she comes back, and now there is a thing basically saying, oh, you were talking about Shamia's special needs daughter, and that is the reason that you didn't show up to the reunion, and you knew they was going to dog your ass out. And so instead of that being the narrative, you switch it again, and now you're suing Bravo for emotional distress. Girl, go set the hell down somewhere.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm one episode behind. I'll take a look at it. Take a look at the reunion and see what happens. But major shakeup needs to happen. I'm here. Candy is coming back, and they probably need Nene to come rescue the show.
Nene is never coming back on Real Housewives, y'all. Y'all gotta let it go. It's never happening.
Basketball wise, have you ever been a fan of Basketball Wives?
Early on, like when it very first came on, it used to be appointment TV. I used to really watch. Now I have not watched it in years. I think literally the last season I watched, I think Tammy was still on.
I have not watched since Tammy. I was a big Tammy Roman fan,
Yep.
still a big Tammy Roman fan.
Yeah.
But I have not watched since she left. But Basketball Wise is still like going. I don't know how strong it's going, but it's going. They got a lot of the OGs on there. You have Jackie Christie, you have Evelyn Lozada. Shani has made an appearance, even though she's given her life to her first lady role.
Mm-hmm.
I think I even saw that other girl, Susie. I think Susie was on there.
Oh,
and,
wow.
I know Jennifer Williams is on there. Yeah. So and now Jackie's daughter is on the show.
I've seen that.
After her,
Shanice, right?
Chantel or something.
It's something with an S.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Evelyn's daughter name is Shanice.
That's right. Yeah.
But I don't know if Chantel is the one that they talk about is really Chris Webber's baby. But Chris Webber came on and said that that was not true.
Correct.
Jackie Christie does not, even though she's crazy as hell, she does not give me that type of
No.
being that type of person.
No.
And they do say where there's smoke, there's fire. But and we know from all the stories that we've covered that that would, if it was true, it would be a shocker because of how all these people recycle men and women
Oh, no,
throughout.
that part is true.
Yeah,
But
so
one thing I will say about Jackie, though, the whole time, I really believe she loved Doug. Like, that's one thing
that's true.
I will say. Like, Jackie might be crazy. Jackie might be annoying. She might be all of those things. But Jackie love her some Doug Christie.
And if you, I know you're not watching these Sacramento Kings games, but when I
No.
watch those Sacramento Kings games, especially the ones now that he's the head coach of
Mm-hmm.
the Sacramento Kings, I can see Jackie Christie on their TV in the stands every damn
Oh,
time.
really?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
wow. Okay.
she be right there in Sacramento, not in LA, in Sacramento. So shout out to Jackie and Doug, and these people. They're just trying to start some stuff. And shout out to Chris Webber for setting the record straight, not letting the rumor go on for too long. Jackie Christie, you're crazy. We have the same birthday. That's
Oh,
my cancer sister. But
oh, Lord.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Evelyn Lozada, who is still on Basketball Wives, along with Jackie Christie, she left and came back. They say she has a
And
baby
ain't
by
never been a basketball wife.
ain't
Ain't
never ain't
never.
never ain't
Ain't
never been a wife, but they say she has a baby by somebody in the NBA, the Major League Baseball, and the NFL. So she's
no,
well
she got.
traveled.
Oh, Shanice's dad is from the NFL. She only got two
Uh
kids.
no, it's wait, Shanice is, I guess so, because they say she. I know MLB.
Right, yeah, Carlos or whatever his name is. But yeah,
Yeah.
now that's the baby's dad. But like, I think Shanice's dad is just a regular person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's well traveled, and now you can find her on OnlyFans. And back in the day, Evelyn Lozada was fine to me back in the day. And now she's older. She's probably close to 50, if not in her 50s. And I do hear that OnlyFans is not only about sex, but I don't even want to hear Evelyn Lozada talk. Why would you pay to see Evelyn Lozada? Why?
I have no idea, but Godspeed. I have not liked Evelyn's literally since like the first season. Ain't that
Oh,
the
wow.
first season when she slapped Jen?
Probably.
Yeah, I ain't liked her since she slapped Jen. You're not gonna call yourself my best friend and then slap me on national TV. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah, she's definitely a piece of work.
And then how she treated OG too. Like, yeah, I was out.
Yeah,
And I didn't
yeah,
even really care for OG. It was just the fact that like this non-black woman call her a monkey. Cause I was just like, oh, you one of them bitches. Like you
mm,
want to be black in the sense of like dating our men and like taking our colloquialisms and stuff like that, but instantly will remind people that you're not black. Like,
oh
okay,
yeah,
clocked it. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Raphael Sadiq, shout out to him and Tony going on tour. One of my top 5 concerts ever, probably top 3.
Oh wow.
Um, and a friend of the show, who we both like, Leo, actually called me about a few days ago, actually, since the
Mm.
last show. And he went to Oakland to see Raphael Sadiq. He has like a one-man show right
Oh
now.
wow.
And
Okay.
it was 4 hours long. And
Jesus.
he talked about Don Robinson and Lucy Pearl, and he said this during the show. So I kind of got that information before it came to the internet. I wish I was able to share it before it got out. But yeah, Raphael Sadiq said that, hey, Don Robinson being in sleeping in her car is not true. And I kind of believe that. I believe that. I think that Don Robinson should go to OnlyFans with Evelyn Lozada
Oh
before
Lord.
she before she should start sleeping in her car. I mean, let's get serious, Don Robinson.
I mean, I thought the story was is that she was down on her luck. She was living with her parents, that she couldn't get along with her mom. And so she thought the best thing to do was for her to leave the household. And that's how she ended up in the car.
Yeah, well, he said that's not true, and I can see it not being true as well. I mean, you're Don Robinson of Involve. You should be able to sleep on somebody's couch. I mean, Jackie told Anime Bullock, she said, "I got a couch." You know,
She did. She
yeah,
did.
you gotta have a friend to say,
Yeah.
"Hey, come sleep on my couch. You're gonna sleep on your couch." So, um,
But I
yeah,
don't know because black folks are a little funny. They offer you that couch, but you got a time limit. Okay? You got a time limit. They gonna walk out their room one day and be annoyed that you on that couch.
now that's the truth right there. That's the
After
truth.
we invited you. After we
That's the
invited
truth.
you.
That's
Yeah,
the truth.
after we, but it's gonna. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe she don't want to be a burden to somebody.
yeah. They're both divas. Raphael Sadiq. After seeing that show, he is a diva.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
so I can see why they didn't last very long, but they made some great music. I Want to Dance Tonight is still one of the top party songs that you definitely want to play. And I
Oh,
think that
okay. We gonna hear that next week.
right. We need to go. I said I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the playlist because Kim, there's a special event coming up next Saturday on June 28th at noon. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yes. So Unapologetic presents Adult Field Day. Come on outside. Bring y'all Nikes. Put on your pretty athleisure wear and come outside and join us for Adult Field Day. Tickets are available on Eventbrite right now. And that is, we will be having a full barbecue. We'll be having games. We'll be doing sports. It's going to be a black ass good time. We cannot wait to see you. And look, y'all always interact with us on this app, and then we'll have something, and then y'all will jump into one of our inboxes like, oh well, I didn't think I would know anybody, or like, I don't really know y'all. Let me tell you something. If you watch this show even once, you know us. Come out, celebrate, come be in community, come join us next Saturday, June 28th, rain or shine. Unapologetic presents Adult Field Day.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see you all there. Unapologetic Podcast Season 14. We're live right now. And you can follow us on all social media and podcast platforms. Kim, let me say this. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this was the time for Drake to strike back.
Well,
If there was any time for Drake to strike back after being, I don't like to use the word murdered because we're going to use
humiliated,
humiliated
humiliated, checked,
uh,
put in place.
worldwide, this was the time for him to do it. We have not heard from Drake, um, and the tour stopped with him and SZA and some others in Toronto, and the Toronto crowd begged him to run "Not Like Us" back one more time. This was your time, Drake, to to buy,
Oh.
to to buy all the tickets
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and make sure nobody was there. This
Uh-huh.
was your time, Drake, to
Yeah.
be backstage and stop the electricity in the arena. This was your time, Drake, to call the police and say there's a
Not
bomb
call
in the
the
building.
police. Call the
There's a
police.
bomb in the building. This was your
Wow.
time, Drake, and you let Kendrick. And this is like the final step. We said the Super Bowl was the final step, but this is the final step on the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef.
I agree. I mean, it was word that he had threatened Kendrick, that there had been word that Kendrick bet not step in Toronto or he might not make it out. And it was supposed to be a huge protest out in front and all of these things. And yeah, none of those things happened. None
Yeah,
of those things happened. So Yeah, I am 100% not disturbed at all by this. I think that honestly, it is what it is. Uh Drake is done, when it comes to this beef, and I really do hope that he realizes it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. This is Drake, poor Drake, poor
No, not
Drake.
poor Drake. He started it. Don't bring a gun. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Okay. Now, in the music business, we talked about the BET Awards last week, but I forgot to mention the fact that Glorilla won Best Gospel Song of the Year.
Yes.
Was got up there, did her speech. You know, we love to hear her talk,
Oh,
and
love Gloria, hallelujah.
at Gloria Hallelujah,
Gloria,
and Kirk
hallelujah.
Franklin was behind her because he
Hmm.
was featured on the song to get her BET gospel song of the year. And Dietrich Haddon says that he's disappointed that they would allow her to win. Dietrich Haddon, we haven't really heard from you in a long time, so you did dusted off your camera to come back and say something about somebody. But what are your thoughts on this?
I
I
did not
kind of
agree
under.
with it.
You
Yeah, I didn't
disagree?
agree. I didn't agree at all. I thought it was very tasteless and tacky. I feel like that he was more throwing shots at Kurt Franklin rather than talking about the fact that Glorilla won. With him saying like, "Oh, like if y'all gave other people a chance, it will be more people on that stage. Y'all like one person, and once y'all like that one person, I just felt like all of that, displaced energy is basically jumping out at Glorilla, which it had nothing to do with her. I personally feel like I listened to the song. She made a gospel song, and that gospel song hit, and she won. And I think that's the end of the conversation. I think there's been multiple artists that have dabbled in gospel and won, and we haven't had these big outrageous, kind of conversations that he's trying to have. And again, tactless and tasteless.
Yeah. Well, just like at the BET Awards, the Grammys are now making an adjustment in the country category, and so maybe now the BET Awards can say, "Hey, we're going to have a contemporary gospel song category." Because I mean now and have a traditional, because traditional gospel is kind of nobody really listens, especially these days. It's not, you don't have a choir anymore. It's a lot of just praise and worship, and they've moved away from the traditional. So I don't have a problem with her winning that, but I do understand what Dietrich is saying. So now we need to make two categories, just like the Grammys has made adjustment
Mm-hmm.
to their country album category, where they're going to go with traditional and a contemporary. And we have to shout out Beyonce for ruffling the feathers of the.
That's the only reason they doing this is
Yeah,
because they couldn't deny Beyonce the Grammy, right?
yeah,
But then they didn't want to give Beyonce the Grammy. So now
yeah,
they're like, oh, okay, well, if the blacks want to play in country again, don't worry, real country people, we got a category for them. Like the
yeah,
Grammys is full of shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
absolute BS.
But Beyonce is the reason. But
Yes.
there are other black folk in country that are you know that are making a lot of money and gain a lot of publicity. The War Treaty. I think that it's a couple of black artists. I can't remember their names, but yeah. So now they'll have the black country artists, and then they'll have their traditional go tell it all on the range
Uh huh.
country artists. So yeah, just shows you that how powerful we are and how racist America still is. Huh?
Hmm. Every day.
Yeah,
Every day.
yeah. Salento. I never knew his name.
And
And
watch
it
me
has a
say,
hyphen there. So is it Salente? So is it Salente? Salento?
I think Salento. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah.
Watch me whip. Watch me nay nay.
Yeah.
Uh, hopefully he has his affairs in order before he killed somebody. And those
His cousin.
residuals. You said what?
He killed his cousin.
Yeah. All the residuals and the change he would get from that song will go to his kids or somebody because yeah, he won't. We probably won't see him ever again. How old is he?
Um, I think early 30s.
Early 30s. So yeah, 60s. Yeah, we probably we're not going to see you again, buddy.
A fool.
Why did he kill his cousin?
Honestly, I have no clue.
Oh wow.
Yeah. More than
All right.
likely argument over something stupid. I mean, is there really a legit, well, I mean, there are legit reasons to kill family, I'm just saying.
Mhm.
But I don't think it was that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I just give me the money. I never heard of Zaria and Shamarcus. What happened to these social media stars?
Yeah. So unfortunately, I had never heard of them either into this tragic story. So Zaria went by, as you see, Duchess Dior, and he went by the Frenchman. And they were this social media couple that was, I guess, really got off on like being toxic and things like that. But this unfortunate last time, he was trying to go live to embarrass her because I guess he found out that she was cheating, but I guess he had cheated before or something like that. So like I seen the video. She was being very nonchalant about it, like, okay, like gone somewhere or whatever. Like you don't want people to know the real truth or whatever. Like you on here trying to embarrass me about cheating when you've been cheating and stuff like that. Now, a lot of people say that it got physical when it seemed like that she was finna out him for messing with men. And then they unfortunately got to fighting, and then the camera cut off. And then the next day, unfortunately, she was found unconscious and then pronounced dead at the hospital. And then there was a manhunt for him. And once he was cornered, he actually unalived himself with a self inflicted wound. So just very tragic. Toxicity is not the way to go. Just leave. I don't care if you have kids. I don't care if you think you are trying to put up a front for family and friends and you don't want to explain, but it's going to eventually come to a head, right? Like something is eventually going to boil over. And this is just a stark picture of you seeing that like staying in a toxic relationship thinking that it's funny is just not. You're on mute.
May they rest in peace. And yikes, they look like they have a son or a daughter in the picture. There's a kid involved, and hopefully all goes well with that. And
Just sad.
just sad, just craziness. Shout out to my cousin who's watching us live um, in whatever city or country that she's in.
Mm-hmm.
Rock, she just loves to travel, and we were talking before the show, and said you better tune in. And shout out to you for tuning in
Hey, cousin.
during this time. Texas man charged with murder after allegedly spiking pregnant girlfriend's drink with abortion pill to avoid child support. How dumb. I mean, just dumb.
Justin
Just dumb.
Anthony Bentea, 38, was a employee he worked for the IT department, actually for the Justice Department, and got his girlfriend of, I think they had been together maybe about 6 months. She told him that she was pregnant, and he suggested then that they get the abortion pill. But she said that she decided that she wanted to have the child. She went in for her 6-week checkup and seen that the baby had a strong heartbeat, great vitals, all of these things. He then lured her to a coffee shop under the guise of saying that he wanted to talk to her about the pregnancy, but ended up spiking her coffee with a a pill that they call the abortion pill. And unfortunately, because of that, 2 days later, she lost the baby. And now he is being charged with capital murder.
Oh, so it worked.
It worked.
Oh, I was thinking that when he charged with murder, he killed her.
No, he killed the baby.
You know, I don't. I get so nervous when I'm out now, or just even around people.
Okay.
I had a last night. I had a bowl of cereal, and
Okay.
my one of my friends, he asked, "Oh, you had your kids bring it to you?" Because I have my kids bring me stuff. I was like, "No, they're not about to spit my damn cereal."
Oh my God.
So when I say trust no one. I mean, teenagers gonna be teenagers, and that's just how it is.
Lord have mercy.
I pray for my food coming from behind the counter. You
Yes.
know,
Hmm. That's why I
I
don't.
really don't.
That's why I don't turn up until after the food is placed on the table. Like,
Yeah,
if I get bad service, I'm clocking it all. But
yeah,
please believe when you bring me that bill is when I'm gonna relate to you everything that I wanted to say since the beginning of the meal.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's scary.
very
That's
much so.
scary, and it's scary that they actually have something that you could put in a drink
Yeah.
to do something like that. That's crazy, and I
It's
feel
called
so bad.
the abortion C pill. So you have Plan B or
Yeah,
whatever, which you're supposed to take within like 72 hours of unprotected sex. I guess this is the actual abortion pill that you get, like if you go in requesting an abortion. For I cannot understand why, but I guess he found it online.
wow.
He found
So
it online.
you
He
got a
was able
plan B and a plan C.
C,
Okay.
yeah, Plan B and a Plan C, and he was able to spike her coffee with it.
Who is this lady to him?
It was his girlfriend.
Is he married to somebody else?
No, he just did not want the child.
Was she black?
No.
Okay.
The questions we ask, man. The questions we ask. Was she black?
Moving on to another trash state from Texas to the trash state of Florida. You know, I
Graveyard dead.
you know, I felt if you listen to the video, I felt this.
Graveyard
Uh,
dead.
it's Rod29 watching us live on Instagram said abortion pill has been around forever. Well,
Oh,
I don't know, about that type of stuff. I'm a Christian. So yeah. Uh, yeah,
but I
my
didn't know
birth.
it was that easily accessible. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't believe that he was able to get this online and give it to her. Like like I said, I didn't, like I said, I had no clue that it would have been around and been accessible like that. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and you notice, Kim, I didn't say anything about the woman because she got some accountability in that too. But we'll
Where's her
get to that.
accountability at?
We'll get to that in Kim's corner.
Okay.
He says immigration protesters. He says they're not gonna mess with them, and he says that they would arrest or kill them. This is a sheriff.
Yeah.
We will be notifying your family on where to collect your remains because we will kill you. Graveyard dead. This is coming
Graveyard dead.
from a sheriff in Florida where we thought that the police were here to provide and protect.
Well, he
And
let you know that was not true.
he still has a job, I'm pretty sure.
He does.
Wow.
This is Trump's
Wow.
America, though. This is
Yeah.
this is what's praised right now.
Yeah.
These
So
type of threats.
I try my best to stay out of Florida, not to give them a dime of my money. But this is completely unacceptable over somebody protesting it. And he just said immigration protesters. He was not gender or color specific. He
Oh
just
no.
said, hey, this is what we will do to you.
Quick,
Okay.
fast, and hurt.
Yeah, that's really sad. And what else is sad is that Israel bombed Iran first.
Correct.
And Iran has since sent some stuff over to Israel, which a lot of it was intercepted by the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And a question I've kind of posed around is, where is World War III going to take place? And it looks like we might have found our place right there in the Middle East in the deserts,
Mm-hmm.
um, because this is getting ugly. Because we know that Israel is an ally of the United States, and Iran, they're messing around with Iraq and
Mm-hmm.
Russia and all that. So this is we're in the last days, and I don't even think that we are in the clear here in America.
Yeah, I don't think
Um,
so either.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I personally think that he's bitten off more than he can chew with this conflict. I think him getting in the middle of it has shown how completely incompetent and such an imbecile that he is. Him thinking that he could just come out and bully people into doing things that he wants them to do. And this is just one of those ones that have 100% backfired. And he's put us in a very scary position, to be completely honest. I think a lot of people are making jokes about it. It's a whole running joke online right now, about how, hey, when all this happens, don't forget Black people don't have any power over here. But at the end of the day, like, we occupy this, these United States just like they do. And they will not be one of those times where, we get to, this is one of those times we will not get to put our head in the sand, because he's setting us all up for failure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We still have 3.5 years left of this.
Ain't that crazy that we
Yeah,
are barely in 6 months? We are barely. It is like, you would think that he has been president for like 2.5 years or whatever. And then you got to look at the calendar and be like, oh, damn, wait a minute. It's only June.
right.
It is only June. Like, I just cannot understand how, like, this is where we are. This is how this is how did we get here?
Yeah, yeah. So Amanda Seals, who's also my cancer sister,
Whew, yeah,
um,
that was
calm down over there. Cancer season coming to you live on Saturday. Um,
people. I'm sorry in advance. Just buckle up and hold on. Okay, just buckle up and hold on. Shout out to
she doesn't understand why people still talk about and support Barack Obama, um, and what did he really do for Black people. And I like Amanda, but now it's like, all right, are you running out of content? Is your brain not coming up with something anymore? Your brain not working? Now you to turn stupid?
the Affordable Care Act, the Fair Sentencing Act, the Earned Income Tax Credit, Child Tax Credit, the Small Business Admin, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the Home Affordable Modification Program. Should we go on? Like, I just, Amanda Seals is one of those people where she just talks herself into a hole. Like, I really used to like Amanda Seals. And then she walked herself into that entire issue with that man. And I have never looked at her the same. And then when she would not let the Issa Rae things go, I was totally out. Like, I can't do Amanda Seals anymore.
Amanda, you tell me, what did Obama do for Black people? Well, I don't give a damn if he did do any of the aforementioned things that the actual and factual Kim Smith said. He was Black.
Period. Point blank.
He
That's
was
all.
Black.
That's
And
all.
so we will continue to talk about him uh, until I die.
That
And
part.
now, could he be Black and have been a terrible president? Absolutely. However, he was Black and was the best president ever. And you benefited from it. You shined in his 8 years.
That
And
part.
so now that you have run out of content and things to talk about, Now you want to say things like this. So, Amanda, I think that now you have definitely been canceled, and you
Can
can
she
have a
stay
nice life.
canceled this time? Lord
Yeah,
have mercy. Just
I mean,
take us out the group chat. We do not care any longer. Jesus.
wow. All right, so we are now entering Kim's corner, where where
Oh
where
Lord.
Kim sounds off for black men
Oh my
and
God. Okay.
and really sticks it to us
That is just not true.
in Kim's corner.
I love
So,
black men. What Gorilla say? I love me. I'm not gonna, cuss or whatever. Shout out to Glow. If you know, you know.
okay, because I surely don't know what it is. You have to tell me when you tell me that. So, first topic, I added something. I don't think I told you, but
Oh,
the
okay.
first topic, let's get it up there so I can see it. Oh, I think I can do it too.
Okay.
Uh, the real gold diggers are the men who expect you to give them your body. I think that's meaning sex in some way.
Sex.
Take care of them. I guess that means financially take care of them. That means pay more than the 50% that they want you to pay.
Finish.
Clean the house, wash their clothes, give birth to their children, manage their emotions, and on top of that, go to work and contribute 50-50 to the expenses. The actual and factual Kim Smith in Kim's Corner. Please explain to us the real gold diggers and not the fake gold diggers that I think are women. That,
So
yeah.
the fake gold diggers are the gold diggers that men have defined as gold diggers that they couldn't afford in the first place because they never had the money to do anything to make that woman a gold digger. Those are the fake gold diggers. The real gold diggers is exactly what this post said. The real gold diggers are men that literally want to suck life out of you and expect you to still show up in the capacity of their woman, their wife, their girlfriend, their whatever, and will be angry with you if you complain that you need help or you can't take all of this on by yourself. You need a partner. You don't just need an Instagram partner for pictures. Those are the real gold diggers, the people that show up and suck you dry before they leave.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. How did you
So
feel about this post?
you know what? I
Take the gold digger part out of it.
I'm not surprised at it. I mean, you all have been hooping and hollering about this since the pandemic, since women have had, and all these people, we've been doing this long time, but now that everybody got a microphone and a camera and all that, everybody got something to say. Even the men talk about other men and stuff. It's like sit
Mm-hmm.
down somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I kind of want to break this down. So
Yes.
men who expect you to give them their body, absolutely. Men want women to have sex with them, and vice versa.
Yes.
It's the same. Women want to have sex with men, blah blah blah. Whatever. Take care of them. That's a choice. You have a choice to take care of a man. If
Yes.
you want to take care of him, you do it and be happy about it. Don't complain. No need to call him whatever
A loser.
because
A
you are
loser.
choosing to spit or scrub,
A
you
loser.
know, because you have decided to spend your money on him. If you don't want to spend money, don't do it. Don't co-sign on that car.
Uh-huh.
Don't put the house in your name.
Mm-hmm.
I seen something like that earlier. Don't do it. You the fool, not him. You are the fool. Clean the
Well, yeah,
house.
he's gonna let you take care of him because he's using you.
Uh, Herbal Growth 360 on Instagram. I don't know who you are, so I can't really say if I'm surprised or not about this comment.
Just get to the
Men need
comment.
to find women in their budget. Um,
Yes. Agreed. And then we
you,
will stop having these asinine conversations. Find a woman in your budget, and then you never have to worry about a woman that you deem doing too much, etc., all of the above, because you have found somebody in your bracket. That's fine. Everybody should date in their bracket.
Yeah. So um I understand this, and I see that I'm in a losing battle when
What's
it
the
comes
losing battle?
down to it. The losing battle is that, this whole men needing a certain amount of money to have a woman.
No.
And so if that is where, or spend a certain amount, or in Herbal Growth 360 case, budget uh, amount,
No.
then if there is, I'm in a lose-lose situation. I'm never gonna agree with that. So that's why I just kind of bow out and let you all have this.
It's
I
not
think
it's
that
not the fact of letting us have this, right? Like the point of this is what I talked about last week, I think, with leisure and housewife, right? I said men that want 100% of all of this, right? Take out the last part of the 50-50. If you want this woman to do everything for your life, there are only two categories that she can fit in. If she does not fit in those two categories, you cannot be upset when she asks for help. You cannot be upset that she's looking at you crazy when she is doing everything, working a 9 to 5, coming home, cooking a full dinner, cleaning up the house, taking care of the kids, doing homework, taking them to activities, coming back home, getting the house done, getting back up, getting them to school, and then she's vilified if she turns around and asks for help because that's supposed to be her role. That is, like they said, that's where you're taking everything from her, because what are you doing? Where's her help?
Ashanti Thomas says, if you can't give me more than I already give myself, you are gone. Okay.
Amen.
And
Right.
you can't add to my plate. It's full already. Bookie. I don't know who Bookie is.
Booked.
But look, if you can't give to me more than I can already give myself, you already have it. So why do you need someone to give you anything? I don't understand that. If you find somebody who can compliment you in other ways than
Like
just
what?
money, they're just, I mean, why is it all about money?
You need money to survive in this world. It's not all
But you,
about money. What
Ashanti Thomas already
she's
had.
saying is that you have to show up with something. You cannot show up with a hug and a smile and think that that's okay. We live in the real world. We have to have money to survive in the real world.
Kim, you're already surviving. Let's just use you. Let's say you are single. Okay,
Okay.
I don't know you to get married since last week, so you're single. You are taking care of yourself.
Yes.
Why is it an obligation for a man to have a certain, why does money matter when it comes to the man? You're already doing it yourself. Why does he have to come in and, I guess, pay bills and
He
pay for
doesn't.
sex?
The only thing that most women require is that you be able to take care of yourself.
Okay.
Period. You be able to take care of yourself. Don't come into my lifestyle, right? Knowing good and well how, like you seen, like I told you before, you've seen how I move. You know what I do because you've watched me do it. Do not come into my life and then start criticizing me because I can do things my way on my own. The problem is, and the issue is that just in that scenario, right? I'm taking care of myself. I don't need you for anything, right? You come in, we start dating, it starts to bother you that I don't need anything from you. And we still fight anyway. So no matter what, is going to come down to money. So that is what she meant by date in your tax bracket. I can meet you. You can make less than me. I can be taking care of myself. 6 months down the line, you catch an attitude because I make more money than you. Just don't bother me. It's that simple. Men do not have to date anyone they don't want to, right? They have that luxury. Everybody has that luxury. I won't say it like that. But what I'm saying is that the only reason we start having any of these conversations is because men claim that they were being used for their money, right? So then a different branch of women show up that have their own money. Then it's like, oh, why you gotta lead with money? It's like, I'm so sorry. What, like, so I can't have my own money. I'm not supposed to spend your money. I'm not supposed to talk about money. What am I supposed to be doing?
Okay. Clean the house, wash clothes. Look, this and this is not coming from my desk. This is coming from the desk of many men. And I'm polling 60 to 18.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw my own personal in here as well.
Okay.
So what men look for in a woman are things that we normally don't do ourselves or are not good at. Okay.
Like what?
And I'm going there.
Okay.
Domestically, men just don't really have it. Okay. And so they're going to expect a woman to clean, wash clothes, and cook. If I'm single, I'm looking for, I can clean up myself. I still wash my own clothes. I always wash my clothes all 40 of these years. But I don't cook. So I'm going to be looking for a lady,
a maid
who cooks. And no, I didn't say a maid. I said a woman who cooks.
Okay.
And if that is what we're talking about, 19 to 60, that is what most men want in a woman.
Amazing.
And that is what a woman can give to a man, and things just be normal.
No,
but now
that's not normal.
A price tag. Now there's a price tag on you cooking, cleaning, and washing clothes.
Because you just turned her into a cleaning lady.
Okay. So this is 2025, and I'm okay with that.
You literally just said most men want somebody that will cook, clean, and wash clothes. That is literally a maid. You literally described a maid.
Okay.
What else do men want? So they don't want companionship. They don't want a partner that they can grow with. They don't want somebody that can match their energy and build with. They want somebody that'll come in and cook, clean, and wash their clothes. That's it.
If that's what you take out of that, that's it. I'm not about to go back and forth with you, because that's what men and women both want, the latter part of that. But
women, let me tell you something.
Let's just say that you all have evolved past doing domestic things, and now it's just let's just go to the bar, let's just go to brunch, and you pay for it, and I'll come home and go to sleep.
See, yeah, no, not at all. So the thing is that we can afford our own brunch and we can afford the bar. We don't need your money for anything.
Well,
that's the problem.
You should just, if that's the case, you should just keep doing it and have sex with them too. Keep doing it.
But I just don't understand.
Give birth to their children.
I'm sorry.
It says give birth to their children.
Last time I checked, I don't know any men that had any kids.
Exactly. That's my point. We can't have kids. So that's what you do. You birth kids. God made it that way. We didn't make it that way.
So simple question. If men were actually showing up in the capacity that they were supposed to, would there be any single parents? Would there be any single mothers?
Yeah.
Why? I'm just saying,
because you chose the wrong baby daddy.
No,
the wrong person marry you.
So women are having all these problems. We're gold diggers. We don't want to be domestic anymore. But I'm just saying, men have all of the answers. So I am confused If men have all of the answers and they know what they want a woman that cooks, cleans, wash dishes, domestic, come home, do all this. That means he knew, you said that men knew what they wanted. So why are there single mothers? Because that means you wouldn't have picked the wrong woman to have kids with because you knew what you wanted.
Give birth to children is all about a woman. And if you as a woman don't want to give birth to a child, that is on you. Everybody don't have to give birth, everybody don't have to be pregnant. But that is something solely that a woman can do. Well, now they'll say
that's on the woman too.
That
what are women able to ask for from a man?
Give birth to you're the only person that can give birth.
No, I'm just saying. So like women, it's our responsibility for what are women allowed to ask for in a man? What are we allowed to want?
You can ask for anything you want.
No, we can't. We're gold diggers if we ask for anything. If we don't show up in the capacity of a domestic partner, then we're worthless. So I'm asking, what are women allowed to ask for and want from a man?
A woman, you can ask for whatever you want.
They don't want to protect and provide anymore. So what are we allowed to ask for from men these days?
You ask for what you want. If you want a man with money, then you go get you a man with money that's going to spend that money on you. That's what you should do. And you should have a baby with him.
Nope.
And you should wash his clothes.
Nope.
You should clean the house. You should manage his emotions. If he has enough money to pay you to do those things.
Pay you to do those things, right? So
you want to be paid for those things.
All about money, right? So what men want is for you to bust it down every night, clean up the house, take care of everything, but you better not ask him to do anything beyond paying the $3.26 for that light bill, right? Because if you ask for anything else, it's too much.
I never said that.
It sounds exactly like what y'all saying because I'm confused. So men are allowed to show up in the capacity and ask what they want, but women are not. And let me be completely honest. If you run into a man with real money, one, he don't want no kids. That's how he has maintained his money. Two, he already has a cleaning lady. He don't need you to clean up nothing. He wants you to show up more than likely as a trophy. Totally different story. And Chris said, "Good when you sound crazy." I mean, we gotta figure it out because clearly men are asking for things that women are not allowed to ask for.
In 2025, Kim, there was a poll where it says men are dating for peace and not looks.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
I sent it around to some of my guys, and they said that's a lie. I really thought that men were going to agree with this. They said that was a lie. I was like, damn, okay. And I got that from men. I didn't even send it to any women.
You know, and Ashante Thomas, my lovely sister, says, I already have peace. Can you be my peace? It's not about the money. It is exactly about the money.
It's not.
But I agree with this. I agree with this, and I don't want to agree with this. I swear to God, I don't.
Go on and read it.
I don't want to agree with it.
Go ahead.
But I agree with it because I see why Black men date out of their race. It's for the damn peace.
Honestly, I want all Black men to date other races and leave Black women alone. Like that's
what you want?
I do. I really do. I really want all Black men that have so many issues with how Black women conduct themselves. I want y'all to take us out of the group chat. Don't talk to us. Don't DM us. Don't wave at us. Don't smile at us. Don't even say hi. Please go find Becky, Michelle, Luna, Connie, and Christy, and y'all have beautiful lives together. We do not want any of it anymore. Please go find somebody else to do it. What she said in that picture, she said, can you take my picture? Go find somebody else to do it. Go find somebody else to do it.
Chris Brown says Good one. You sound crazy. Chris, do you mind saying why I sound crazy and why you, as a black man, don't agree with what I'm saying? I think that would be a great response.
I think you should go back to that other comment.
Which one?
You say pay, but it's providing when it's the right person. There you go, right there.
Yeah, look, I'm all for being provided for. I think that all of us would love to have somebody to pay our bills or provide us with the lifestyle that we want, or that can complement us while we work and 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 be able to get have more things. I think that that comes with a unit working
Right.
together.
Exactly.
Um, but I don't think that a ratio 50-50, 70-30 has to uh, be set in stone. Um, I think that just love is uh, being lost here. God and God is love are not. Nobody's interested in that anymore. And so,
That's not true.
just like with a man can say, okay, well, I'm going to go with the girl um, who brings me peace versus uh, somebody that's that looks a certain type of way. And I just think that that makes a whole lot of sense when you are constantly encountering people who are only concerned about how much money you make, where are we going, are we doing this restaurant, I want designer. It's crazy. It's
It's
absolutely
not.
crazy.
You know what?
And Kim, shout out to you. If your friends,
Uh-huh.
if you have friends, in which I like your friends,
Thank you.
I like your friends a lot. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and shout out to you all who don't desire, or don't make it about money in your relationships. All you all are career driven women, and you are able to take care of yourselves. And if you all are allowing a man to compliment you, then fine. But a lot of times that is just not the case with a lot of these women out here. And
It is just hard for me to just get down with that narrative. I'm sorry. Like, yes, I know my group of friends, I get told all the time, like, oh, were y'all dip? No, I know plenty of women that are very like minded, just like we are. I think for whatever reason, again, men have convinced themselves that women are coming after money that they don't have. You
well,
have
you are coming out the money. That's what you're talking about. That's what
no,
this
that's what I said that you
conversation is
don't have though. That you don't
about.
have
Okay.
like most
Okay.
men have convinced themselves. Like this man put it perfectly. He said most men have convinced themselves that they are part of the 1%. And therefore that's why they can go around talking about gold diggers. When all in all actuality, the only men that can consider a woman a gold digger is the 1%. Men are worried about money being taken from them that they don't have. And if you are 35, 30, 35 plus 40 out here chasing a 22, 23-year old and she want to go to STK every night because she can post it in her stories with her friends, that's on you. You chose that life. You chose that because you thought that you were going to be able to corral her and change her into a domestic person that ain't been domestic since the 70s. Like you got to pick a lane. Men are creating more problems for themselves than they want to admit to. If you are a man that does not want to spend any money when it comes to dating, be forward with that and find a woman that's like-minded. A woman that actually likes you does not want you to be broke. A woman that's actually in love with you does not want you to spend money on her endlessly. Like it is not women's fault that men are picking the wrong women and then literally blaming the Black women community for everything that's happening to them. Stop it. You are not a victim. Nobody, no, there's no victims in this. And Black men, for whatever reason, want to be the victim so bad all of a sudden. You're not the victim.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you
I
for
don't know.
joining us at Kim's Corner.
Yeah, thank you for joining Kim's Corner. Kim, definitely. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I had a friend of mine come to my office today and
Uh-huh.
said that she's happy. She said she's happy with her boyfriend and you know and she wants to marry again. And I
Oh,
said, okay,
good.
well, how did you meet this man? She said, well, uh, he put the first time he met me, he put $300 in a card and said something. I forgot already. And
Okay.
so they've been going strong ever since. And I said, so he's kind of kept this up, this financial part. And she was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, so basically, if the money stopped rolling in like it is, you're gonna exit stage left. And
So let me ask a question. With that story that you told, you don't see any fault with what the man did?
oh, absolutely,
Right. It was his fault because he led with money. So,
absolutely.
right. I,
No, okay. So this is where I don't want it to be like you versus me, men versus women.
of course.
It has to be, this is 50-50. So, yes, he led with money, which
Yes.
was stupid. Okay. He led with money, which was stupid. And of course, anybody would want you to keep up with that. Okay.
But it's not
And
even the
then
fact of keeping up. You provided me something that you said
that,
that you had. So
that's true.
it's not me wanting it. You provided it.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, so, but here's the problem on her part. So you take the money, and the money is and it's this he's presented himself financially to you.
Right.
And I'm glad that things are still going well.
Right.
I'm glad, but no, we on YouTube tonight. Shut, so she can't see this. Uh, if things don't, if he stops or he gets ill, or anything happens where that money is not there, and you have not found love for this person, it's just all about money. The relationship's going to be over,
I disagree.
and that is the problem.
No, I totally disagree. I think he should have found a different way in 100%. Like, I don't like the whole, the card with the $300 thing because you assume something about me or whatever. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm saying he should have found another way in. But if your friend was taking care of herself financially before this man showed up with this $300, then I don't think anything else about the money is relevant. Because if they break up, if something happens to him, something like that, she'll go back to her status quo. She was taking care of herself before he ever showed up. So it's not about his money. He led in with the money, and I'm very happy that she's happy. But that to me has nothing to do with her. He started that train. She's going to be perfectly fine if it ends tomorrow because she was already taking care of herself. She doesn't need anything for him. She clearly is enjoying it, but she doesn't need his financial backing to survive.
Okay, so maybe you didn't hear where I said this continues, and you know, he might be falling in love and she just care about the money, and the money stop, or she said that she wouldn't mind getting married again, and then he gets sick or something, or lose a leg, or dies, and the money is not there. What happens when you all have been dating for 2 years, and okay, all of a sudden there's that extra money is not there. He's not providing that lifestyle that you're accustomed to. So it's just over with now, right?
Why would it be over? If again, like I said before, if Men are the ones
I'm
that
talking about the relationship,
right.
not
But that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
It has nothing. Why, if they are together for 2 years, I'm assuming somebody loves somebody in 2 years. I would hope. Nobody is going to walk away from their partner just because they fell on hard times. That's a myth. That doesn't happen. If you have a woman that walks away from you, if you get sick or if you're down on your luck, she never loved you in the first place. And that's not a woman problem. That's a you problem for picking the wrong woman.
Okay.
Okay.
We have a big party coming up, Kim.
Yes, we do.
Tell the people about it one last time.
Yes. So next Saturday, June 28th at noon, we are having Unapologetic Presents Adult Field Day. We are going to go outside, enjoy this beautiful weather. We're going to have double dutch. We're going to have barbecue. We're going to have basketball, softball, volleyball, all of the above. Put on your icy hot, find your Nikes in the back of the closet, get you a cute little athleisure outfit, and come on out and enjoy adult field day with us. If you got a man, bring them with you. We have 2-for-1 tickets. And sis, if you looking for a man, come on out and get your ticket and come meet him out at the field day. And hopefully you're not if you're not in the corner arguing about money at the field day. Okay. Please leave that here on this platform. Next Saturday, we just want to have fun. We want to have converse. We want to have community. Please come join us. And again, like I said, just because you don't think that we know you, please don't stop that. Please don't use that for you not coming to enjoy us. Come get to know us in person. I am just as lovely in person as I am on this platform, and Sir Goodwin Live is just the same. So please don't worry. If you want to show up by yourself, you will be embraced. Get your tickets now on Eventbrite. The link is in all of our bios. It is actually in our stories tonight. If you have any issue, you're not savvy, send us over a DM and we will shoot you over the link right away. And we cannot wait to see you all next week.
Rain or shine, present or non-present, please purchase tickets on Eventbrite now. Part of the proceeds go to youth programs at the Southside YMCA in the Woodlawn community, Chicago. Please, please, please support. We're going to have a very fun time. So, Unapologetic Podcast, you can find on all podcast platforms and all social media platforms. For the actual and factual Kim Smith, I'm Sir Goodwin Live. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your comments and support and sharing and ticket purchases. Have a good one.
Good night.